huge hole opened in the middle of the frozen Weddell Sea of Antarctica last month. Persistent areas of open water in places where sea ice is expected, such as in the Arctic and Antarctic, are known as polynya, according to the National Snow and Ice Data Center. However, this Weddell polynya is remarkable. No one knows why it was formed, and the hole is far away from the sea ice coast, where the openings most often appear. And despite being exposed to icy winter winds during the past month, polynya has persisted, so any force that has forged it is strong enough to prevent it from refreezing. But it is not the first time that this particular hole has appeared. The scientists observed a similar polynya in the same area of Antarctica in 1974, according to the NASA Earth Observatory. It reappeared during the southern winters of 1975 and 1976, then disappeared and did not re-emerge for decades. It reappeared in August 2016, although significantly less than it had been in the 70s. Now it's back and bigger than last year. The largest estimates of the current size of the hole put it around 80,000 square kilometers or just over 30,000 square miles, almost as large as South Carolina. That is still much smaller than the 1970s version, which reached 300,000 square kilometers, roughly the size of Arizona. It is easy to assume that a massive hole in the sea ice is related to climate change, but it may not be so. Some scientists speculate that the formation of the Weddell polynya is part of a cyclic process, although the details are not clear. Why was Weddell polynya present in the 70s, and then absent until its recent reappearance? Willie Weeks, a retired geophysicist of sea ice at the University of Alaska Fairbanks, told NASA Earth Observatory when the hole resurfaced for the first time in 2016. The Weddell polynya occurred before 1970 and we are seeing a periodic process that took 40 years. If there were previous occurrences, there is no record of them. Polynyas allow heat to escape from the ocean, cooling the upper layer of water. As the water becomes colder and denser, it sinks, allowing the hotter water to rise and keep the hole open. That the sinking water contributes to the mass of cold water known as water from the Antarctic bottom, according to NASA, which feeds on deep ocean currents and contributes to the circulation of the ocean around the world. It is possible that the phenomenon is a key part of the process that supplies inferior Antarctic water, according to Earth's in-depth look at polynya. Part of the reason for this polynya remains so mysterious is that it is difficult to explore sites like this. Winter air temperatures are thought to be about -20 degrees Celsius and there are few flights or expeditions in Antarctica during the winter months. But scientists may now have a better idea of figuring out what's happening, thanks to a new key data source from a group sponsored by the National Science Foundation that studies climate in the Southern Ocean. A robotic float that was meant to send data from the Weddell Sea appeared surprisingly within polynya last month, according to a press release from the Project on Carbon and Climate Observations and Modeling of the Southern Ocean at Princeton. That robot started sending data that is now being processed, after which the group may be able to report new findings. The information could help reveal answers about what triggers the formation of these mysterious holes. Antarctica is undergoing massive changes right now, and figuring out why a gaping hole could suddenly open up will be key to understanding larger systems at play.